This conference will now be recorded.
So I think we have started the BRM. We have done with the role maintenance naming convention methodology, role risk analysis. Okay, the things which are left over is the mass role maintenance and the role mining. These are the two things. Role reform also we have seen. Okay, let us see what are the remaining things. So if anyone having any doubts regarding the ARA or BRM, you can ask me. Okay, right then. So, right. So let us start the today's session. So, firstly, we are going with the mass role maintenance. So, till now, this task is not yet done in the security. That is, that is what we have not done is the mass role maintenance. That is creating the multiple roles, maintenance of the multiple roles. We have not yet. So, do we have any option in PFCG to just maintain multiple roles at a time? Yes or no? No, we don't have in PFCG. Only one by one, you should be doing the customizations if you require. But in GRC, we are going to have something called as a role mass maintenance, performance of mass maintenance of the roles. That is, role import is nothing but creating the multiple roles at a time by using the import options. Role update, updating multiple roles at a time, derived roles, creating multiple derived roles. These are all the same thing. Creating, performing multiple risk analysis, performing multiple role generations at a time. So let us go and see. Firstly, we are having something called as the role import. So previously you have done the scripting tool, right? So it will be somewhat looking the same. There's no difference. So here what we have to do is, so in the real time, mostly you won't be doing some something like this, creation of two roles, five roles, 10 roles at a time. We won't do in the real time, but it is our things to just learn everything. Firstly, select the role. I am selecting as a technical role. So next one is the import source. Select as the user import role authorization source. You can just select it as skip option and go for the criteria which you require, like application type, SAP, landscape, to which landscape you want to create it, and overwriting the existing rules. If it is already existed, yes or no, you have to do. Source system is nothing but the RFC connection name. These are the individual methodology you have to select here. So after selecting this one, you can go for the next option. And so give the business process. This is for basis or sub process. Do we have? No, they have not created. We will create the sub process. For security, there is a sub process. And give the approval. Who is going to give the approval here? So give the role owner, whatever role owner you have created. So seems like no one has done the practical part. I did not see any new role owners here. Means you are not practicing. You have to do. So give this role owner is both for assigning and creation. Go for the next option and right. So okay, just going one step backward. So here you are having something called as the click here to download the attribute file. You can just hit this one and the role attributes will be just downloaded. Just copy the things and open this thing in the Excel sheet. So whatever is your, just open this one in the Excel sheet. and paste it. So paste it here and be patient and try to give every value here. What are the things you are having? Every value you should be giving. So it will be giving the attributes. So what it is saying? Role name, alphabetical, and it is a mandatory field. So something I am giving as Z underscore security 001. So in this way, I am going to give some values here. Just close this, just minimize this one and open the second one, B. So this is yes or no, it is saying. So I am giving the value as yes. Means if it is already existing, it is going to override. Next two option we are having is the role type. Single, SIN means single, DI, composite, business in this way. Different roles we are going to have. So I want to create this one as single role. SIN I am going to create all the roles as the single roles only I am giving. Minimize this one. And next one is the description, not a mandatory thing. Close this one. Business process. So it is a alphabetical. It's a mandatory field. Okay, so just come to the system and see what are the business process you are having. So So it is something like security we are having. So give the same value here. Security is the business process. So minimize this one. And next value we are having is the sub business for this is also a mandatory field. So sub business process we are having for this is sub business process for security. So give the same paste it here in this way. So keep on filling all the details which you require. Okay. So next one is the project name. So project name is also a mandatory field we are having. So just go and select the project names you are having. So project release, I want to select this one as a GRC project in this way. Whatever is your project name, you can just give it here. Why I'm pasting is to make sure that there are no spelling mistakes here. Okay, role status it is saying. So not a mandatory field. Okay, criticality level, high, low, medium, not a mandatory field, not required. Sensitivity level, like it is saying like sensitivity level critical, complicated, you have given some like and those things. Certification period, that is validation period. In days you can give. I am giving these as 30 days. Validity period for this roles as 30 days I am giving. Okay, so just bring all these two things together or you can move this one in this way. One by one, all the things we will create this one. Reform not required, functional not a mandatory, custom field not a mandatory in this way. So all these inputs based on your requirement you should be giving. If they are mandatory fields, you should be giving, or else you can give. Now, approver, who is the approver? We can give inside the system, not required. Okay. So is this is you require any approval for assigning this role to a user? Yes or no, you can just give this one. So give a valid one for everything they will be giving for you. Don't get confused. So what is the input you should be giving? They will be giving in the attributes field only. So role content approval in this way, assignment approval, everything you are going to have in this way. So, master role, leading role, organization, all these things are not a mandatory fields here. And methodology, we can take this one as a, so we can select inside, not required here. So company name also not a mandatory and system details, I guess it is also a not a mandatory field. So how would I know it's a mandatory field or not means you can just see here. So if it is a mandatory, they will be providing for you. This is a mandatory field. Okay, in this way. role name. So it is a mandatory. So role names, I am just giving this one only. So after giving all these values, next thing you have to do is go as save option. So save as, so you can save it anywhere, but I am going to select the My Documents, SAP GUI. Here I am going to select this one as text MS DOS. I am going to say as mass roles and save the details. Yes. So after saving the details, go back to your SAP system. Here what you have to do is in the selection criteria, go for the next option. Here, okay, where is the upload? Just a second. Okay, just a second. Something here. So go for the next option. So authorization, you can put it in the skip, not required. I'm looking for the upload option. Just allow me a minute. Yeah. So go for the choose the file option and just upload the file which you have created. So like the file name is mass roles and go for the next. So review the roles, preview all the roles, show the preview. So these are the roles that are able to preview. And go for next and schedule it in foreground or background. Anything is fine. So I think I have not shown the background scheduling, right? So give some name. Z underscore mask role 01. So recurring plan means do you want to do this activity regularly means not required. Do you want to start immediately means yes. If no, when you want to start, generally in the hours where there will be very much low load, there are very few people working in your server. Those times will be given, but here no problem. We can start it immediately and submit this one and the background schedule will be processed. It is going to take some time. So after some time, you can check this one. These roles will be automatically created. Whatever inputs you have given, based on your inputs, the roles will be created for you. Okay, so only thing is while creating these things, you must be very, 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 very careful because every field is important. Every value you give here is important. So this is the execution. So after role input, come back here, the next option you are having is the role update. This is for updating the multiple roles at a time. So this is somewhat similar to SU01. So you can do same update for every role, not for role number one update, role number two one type of update. It is not possible in this way. So for every role, one type of update you have to give. So just going to select the roles. Mm, I think the roles which we have scheduled are not yet created. Let me check. Okay, they are not yet updated. It will take some time. It's okay. So just go for just start all the customized roles you can see. So these are the roles that are created by the previous student. So let me select some of the roles. Role number one, two, three. Three roles I have selected and go for OK. So for all these roles, I can give any one update. What is that update? So is this regarding the attributes or action? Action means transaction codes. Provisioning topic we will discuss at the time of ARF, don't worry. So associated roles, authorization, seek, any one update you can select for everything. First, suppose I want to update the role owner for everyone. Action. Update, add, delete. I don't know whether it is any owner available or not. So if the owner is available, I should select update. If they are not available, I can select add option. So just for your sake, I am selecting update. Go for the next and okay. Why this? I don't know the old owner's data. So directly I'm going for the actions. That is the transaction code. Going for the add option and next. So what is the transaction code you want to add for every role? That is I want to add SU01 transaction code. Let me select. Yeah. SU01, I want to select, push it into the backend system. So in which system are these role available? For those systems, the role will be updated. Go for next. Again, here also schedule it. You can do it either in foreground or in the background, anywhere, and submit your request. So what happens is if you schedule in the foreground, the system will get slower until and unless the task is completed. So it is going to take some time to run the program in the foreground. All the resources will be used here itself. If you allow in the background, see, you will be getting status in this field. All the roles are updated at a time. This is how you can use and remaining all the things like deriving from a role. All these options are almost they will look similar. Whatever action you have performed till now for single role, you can do the same activity for multiple roles. Here, what it is saying, mass derived role updates. So you have to select all the derived roles we are having, which we don't have right now, and you have to make the changes and update it one. Or so this one we can make it deriving multiple roles from a single role. At a time, we can create multiple derived roles at a time. So here, just select the map name. You can give something like Z underscore SEC DEV01 and go for OK. Not available. Or else you can just, yeah, I don't know the role name with the org values. That's right. So just go. Okay. Here. So simple thing. Give the org field value here. None of the orgs I can. It's okay. Organizational values I cannot pull here. So just select the organizational values and go for the next. So select the master role. So from which master role you want to create the derived roles. In the last stage, you are going to give the name of the derived roles which you required, and you can automatically create multiple roles. The same action can be performed in the role maintenance also. In the derived role field. So, so in the derived role in this place, you can give multiple derived roles at a time. The task will be same in the both options. You can use any one of the thing. It's okay. And this one is the role risk analysis, where we can perform risk analysis for multiple roles at a time. Just select the roles which you require. So just select them. Okay, and go for the submit option. Okay. Actually, we need to select the, okay, we need to actually select the rule set also. But what happened is for all these rules already there is a rule set available. Maybe that's the reason automatically all the risk analysis are performed. So just copy this report and you can, after completion of this, you will be getting a notification. Role generation is nothing but the same thing which we do in the last step. In the methodology last step, we have done role generation. The same thing happens here. Okay, so these are the mass role assignments. And coming to the one more option here, that is role reform. So here you can just display some of the role reform data. Firstly, select the RFC name for which you want to perform the role reform. This is the RFC connection and go for the criticality level. So, number of days before due date, I'm giving like 30 days. Is there any role that is going to be expired in 30 days? No, no one. Okay, just remove this one also. Okay, there are no roles available. So here basically what happens here is, so you are going to preview the data. How many users are getting their role expiring? Okay, so the due date, everything details you should be getting. So first input some data and try these things. Mostly these are just a non-technical things. So the role reform option I have already shown, which can be given in the role maintenance in the tab number 1 you can give here. Okay. So here itself you can give, so while creating the role itself, here you can give the reform period. Reform means what the meaning? How many times in how many days the role is about to get expired, those values can be given there. Okay. Right. And next one, the last topic we are going to have in DRM is the role mining. So very much similar to SUIM only. But here there are some advanced options. Let us check them. So in the one you can do you in the role mining you can see actions used by user roles and the profile. So any one option you can select here. So first select the RFC connection. Any one of the RFC connection you can just select here. Oh, followed by the actions usage date. So if at all you are having some particular date that for today, what is the transaction code? That is action means transaction code. Here you will be having actions. Action usage date system you are having. So only these fields, if at all you want, you can give particular action, and or else I'm just removing this one. Or else if you want to add this one, just copy this one and select this one as the action. Particularly one particular transaction code you want to track, you can give it, or else remove this one, or else give star. Anything is okay. Again here, by user, by role, or by profile. What is the selection criteria? I want to do it by user. Run in the form. Okay, above details are gone. Once again, I will give them. So, who have used which transaction code in these roles today in the above system? Everything we are going to get the information. I did not see it. I accidentally I hit. It is going to take some time. So, based on the details you give. So, in this particular date, in this particular system, so if I give SU01 by user, who is the users executing this transaction code? I'm going to get a thing here. So I have accidentally selected all the systems in this way. A report you are going to get. So I selected every user in every system. Like this is the RFC name and executed by SU01 is the T code executed, and this is the user who have executed this one. In this way, we are going to get. So even the date is not selected, right? That's the reason all the dates that you have got, there will be in the thousands of entries. So which is hard to identify. Once again, go back and give some values here like GRC to S4 HANA. Action usage date, that is today only. By user or by role, you can select. Okay, firstly, when I select below, automatically above details are going off. So once check it, run in the foreground. So by using this RFC connection on this date, what are the transaction codes executed? None of the data is available now. So removing the date and run this one now. Okay, I think there is no data available in this RFC. Yeah, it's okay. Input time it is taking. So here we will be getting the actions usage. That is, what are the transaction codes that are used? User means in which date and which time, who is the user, who is the role, who is the profile. In detail report, we are going to get here. Okay, after this option, the next option we are having is the role comparison. So we are already having role comparison in SUIM. Is the role comparison same or different between these two systems? Is role comparison in SUIM, role comparison in GRC are both same or different? Means they are concept is same, but here the role comparison we are having is some advanced options that are, so we can select the roles across the systems, no restriction here. It may be in any system. Like one role I am taking from SAP R3 landscape and scrolling down here, and this is some other role. In this way, I am selecting two different roles, or I can even take the fourth role. In this way, multiple roles I am taking from multiple RFC connections and go for next. So what is the level of comparative action and the permissions? Okay. So types you can see, and even if at all you want to select the system details, you can select no need of these things and go for next one. Okay. Okay, control and the system is also selected, right? So compare the roles in the axis control perspective only. Go for the next and schedule in the foreground. I am going and go for the next option. So display the actions, names, and whatever things you want, you can just give here. And so, okay. No action level differences. Seems like all are having same things. So in the permission level, these are the same permissions we are having. So okay, seems like other two roles do not have any access, or else what are the things that are same, what are the things that are different, everything you can get here. Okay, after that, go for next. So next, so synchronization, there is no common data, there is no different data. If there is different data, you can do the synchronization part also and finish it. That's it. And next one you are having is the user to role relationship. So just give some RFC connection here. Give a RFC environments, all the environments included the expiry rules, and give some role name, or I will be giving a user ID. Search for and give any user ID. Like best is a universal user ID, which everyone knows. So run this report. Now just see it. So this user ID, what is the RFC he is using in when he has performed the action? Everything you are going to get. So this user has performed these many actions here. These many roles this user has been accessing. On which day, which is the thing which role he is using, everything in detail you are going to get. Or else you can be more precisely something like the role name or action should be used is the SU01. So when he have user that is having the transaction code SU01, there is no particular transaction code having this one. Okay, so this is all about the thing. We will be this is purely non-technical thing. You should be knowing just how to use and when to use what are the things. So just getting what all the so in this RFC connection called RFC ABAP. So this user best when has he accessed which role? So role name called SAP BW GRC. This role was accessed. Okay, this is the role he have access, and when the role access state also we should be getting. It's okay. He is a standard anyway. He is a standard user. He will be having almost access for every role. You can change the role name or the username and check this, perform this action. So user, what is this one? User to role relationship. What is the role access this user is having? Every detail you are going to get here. Okay. Next one is the role. So role relationship with the user. The same thing here. So give the RFC name, give any user ID. So this is the same thing, but with the you are going to have an additional option called user groups, where you are going to get so where you are going to get multiple user data. I don't know we are having any user groups or not. First we select a RFC, and so where are we going to create the user groups? Anyone? What is the transaction code to create user groups?
SUGR.
So in the user group, whatever roles having access for every user in that user group, every role will be displayed in this way. Okay. And next one is the compare the user roles. So you should be giving user number one and give the user number two. The users can be from different systems also. There is no criteria like only from one system they must be selected, nothing like that. So something like best is one of the user ID. Search this user. Best is the user ID. Search this user ID. So what you will be doing is selecting two different user IDs from different system. I don't know where values are selected or not. Okay, they are selected. Okay. So, so see here carefully. So role number one assigned to best and missing for this user. In this way, you are going to get different values here. Everything. So this is almost similar to the previous one which we have done. So give every role name what he is having and what is missing for him. Everything you are going to get here the proper value here report. So count authorizations like total how many authorization a user is having get a report here. Okay. So just give a role name. So J star and selecting some random role. So, so selecting some random role here. Something like Z underscore RFC. Just running this one. Now, how many authorizations available in this role? Only one authorization available. In the same way, you can give some other role name and the authorization code authorizations will be changed. This is one of the rules. We are having run this one and here 11 authorizations are available in this way. How many authorizations available in each role you can get it. Count authorizations for the user. This is also the same thing. Previously we have given the role name. Now you are going to give a username. That's it. Select any user here. So there is a user called something like Monica is a user ID run in the foreground. So how many authorizations this user is having? I am going to get the system. So total 190 authorization, 170 authorizations available for this user. In the same way, you can select for other users also. Just select some other user here. Something like Akash is a user ID. Here I am selecting the author. This user don't have any authorization data in this system. Select in this system. So in particular system, particular user, what are the authorizations he is having? You can get the details, everything regarding this one. So this is all about the BRM. So anyone having any doubts regarding ARAR, BRM, you can ask me now. Who is going first? Naidu, practice, then Srikanth, Yogesh, any doubts you are having? Have you done the practical part? Yeah, Monica, you said that you are having some doubts, right? You can ask me now. So can everyone hear me? Anyone
Yes,
respond? Yes.
yes, sir.
So,
Sir,
okay,
actually, yesterday me and Srikanth tried to configure, but we have server is very slow. To move one
okay,
screen to another screen, it will take half an hour.
okay. So you can try
Saturday night,
today. Yeah, yeah. You can try it
Saturday
today,
night
no
also we
problem.
tried.
Okay. Right. Today you can try it.
Okay,
Okay. Yesterday mostly what happens is if the server is down or the system becomes slower, there will be no one to do the maintenance part on the weekends. particularly on Sunday nights. So today you can do, the system is fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Monica, what about you? You said that you are having some doubts, right? You can ask them now. Okay, Monica, I cannot hear your voice. Please check your mic. Yeah, Srikanth, me position.
సార్ ఇప్పటివరకు డిఆర్ఎం లో చేసిన స్టెప్స్ అన్ని ఇంప్లిమెంటేషన్ స్టెప్స్ సార్ రియల్ టైమ్ లో రిస్క్ అనాలిసిస్ చేయాలి స్టెప్స్.
Mattam implementation. Whatever we have done, everything is the implementation. Mainly the task we will be doing is that role maintenance only. Main role maintenance which we have done in the Friday session, that one only you will be doing most of the time. The things which I have told today, like mass role maintenance, role mining, these you may or you may not execute, but the role maintenance part you are going to do in the real time. So every step you should learn perfectly. Okay?
Hello, sir.
Yeah,
ఓకే సార్.
Monica. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
సార్ ఇది యాక్సెస్ రిస్క్ అనాలిసిస్ లో మనము రూల్ సెట్స్ టూ టైప్స్ ఉన్నాయి కదండి సార్, గ్లోబల్ రూల్ సెట్ తర్వాత కస్టమైజ్డ్ రూల్ సెట్. అది
Yes.
సార్ కస్టమైజ్డ్ రూల్ సెట్ మనం ఎట్లా చేస్తాం సార్? అంటే దీనికి ఏమన్నా
I have I have shown you right how to create a customized rule set. So Monica, you can ask in English so that the other people will also understand.
యా యా ఓకే సారీ,
Yeah.
ఐ థింక్ ఐ మిస్ టు చెక్ దట్ కస్టమైజ్డ్ రూల్ సెట్ మేబీ.
No, no. We have done how to create a rule set, right?
ఓకే
Like creating a function ID, creating the risk ID, and creating a rule set. So,
ఓకే, వన్స్ అగైన్ ఐ
whatever,
విల్ గో త్రూ ద వీడియోస్ అండ్ దెన్ ఐ కెన్.
yeah,
ఓకే
yeah,
సారీ.
we have done this one right in the setup. So, firstly, we have discussed about how to create a rule set by collecting the data. Nextly, we have created a rule set table, function ID, access risk, and we have done everything. The thing which we have created is called as a customized rule set. Standard rule set is the global. We are going to have like two standard rule sets. Those are global, and in some system there will be, I guess, some global rule sets. Okay.
ఓకే ఓకే
Once check the video. We have
యా
done
సార్.
it. Right. Any other doubts?
The rule sets are given by auditors or internal auditors or
No, I have already discussed it, right? Once everyone do revise. So we have discussed something like this, a Excel sheet I have given, and how the data will be collected for forming the rule set. Like generally, we are the one who is going to create those things. Okay.
okay.
So we must only create those things. We will be going to collect the data first. That is called as the requirement gathering. Like how many business processes you are having, into how many sub business process it must have. How many T, what are the set of T codes? Everything we are going to collect from every team. Okay, and we are going to gather all the information from every team. That is, this process is called as a requirement gathering. Okay, generally in the most of the scenarios everyone uses the global rule set only, but learn here how to create a customized rule set also, try here. Okay,
Okay.
we are the ones we should collect. So ARA classes, I think everyone has forgotten. Once do the reversal section, those also. Yeah.
సార్
Any other doubts? Yes,
Yes, sir. One more
yes,
thing, like BC
yes.
set activation
So,
is there, right?
yes,
Uh,
yes.
Actually, one method we know. One more thing, you explained that day, but something it happened, so we didn't see then another process.
Those are,
How to see?
yeah.
Yeah.
Those are not the BC sets activation. That is the topic regarding the MSMP workflows. Okay, multi-step,
Okay.
multiplex process workflow. Those topic will be discussed. So after BR, so tomorrow we are going to start the EAM concept. Once we are done EAM concept, so before execution of AR, I will be taking the concept called MSMP and how this MSMP is going to affect the ARM execution. So MSMP is going to affect all the four components you are executing. ARA, BRM, ARM, EAM, everything it is going to affect it. So what are the settings available? How you need to do the configuration? Everything I will take it. Okay, don't worry. Once you
Okay.
practice all the standard methods, the customizing of MSMP, everything I will go. Why? Because if I start the topic, you will be getting confused in these things. So when you compare all the four concepts, ARM is bit easier. That's why we will be discussing that topic in the last one before after completing the MSMP. Okay,
Okay.
so that I can
Okay.
make sure that you are not getting confused for the completed topics. If I start from the
Okay.
first topic itself, you will just confuse everything. Why? Because MSMP is a topic which is somewhat complicated and you are not going to do for every day, you won't execute that one. Okay, but you should also have knowledge in that, but it is not a thing which we are going to do every day. No. So once one single change you make in MSMP value, it is going to affect every user who is going to execute that topic. So I will explain it, don't worry.
Okay.
Mostly in this weekend. By this week, we can complete the MSMP.
Okay.
Right.
Uh, Sir, one more small doubt, like it's is a doubt or crazy word, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
sir, execution of rule set, in that part, we are providing functions and rule set risk owners, all these things, right?
Yes.
In that case, we are going to create a user in
Yes.
S4 HANA. So I have
Okay.
a, like, I don't know, that is S4 HANA means, is it ECC system, or separately we are
So
creating S4 HANA system, or what? I don't know. Can you please?
So first, yeah, yeah. First, let me explain you. The owners, where are you creating? Is it in S4 HANA system or the GRC system? Let me get confirmation from you.
GRC. Mm.
In GRC system, you are creating the owner. So why we are using S4 HANA system? It's our backend system. It can be anything. It may be ECC system, it may be CRM system, or it may be HR system. It may be anything in the backend. Whatever configuration we do in the GRC system, that is not going to affect. Okay, it is ECC, S4 HANA, HR, CRM, it does not matter. So whatever settings we are doing in GRC, they are 100% same. So it does not matter which backend system we are using. Then why we are sometimes coming to S4 HANA system and creating some users and roles means, see, here we are there to do the practicals. So we are creating the data and we are performing the risk analysis for the data. But in real time, what happens? There will be some users who are going to create data in ECC system, create data in HR system, whatever data they are creating in the backend system. So as a GRC perspective, a part of GRC system, every system is called as a backend system. Whatever data they are creating in the backend system, we are performing risk analysis. By using the BRM from GRC system itself, we are creating roles, or we are doing role maintenance for all the backend systems. It does not matter what is that backend system and what are they doing. According to the requirement, we are performing the actions. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Still having doubt?
Uh, no, like while creating, you created like 3 systems separately in the initial SAP logon page, right?
So,
So we can do that
so
for our systems also.
no. So I have access to multiple systems, so everything I added in that GUI. So generally, yes, the concept is one thing. You should have a GRC system to do the configuration. To perform risk analysis or some other actions, you need a backend system. At least one backend system you require. It may be ECC or S4HANA. For all of
Oh,
you, you are having S4HANA. Even though I have 3 systems, I never used a ECC system as a backend system. Why? Because I don't have permission to create RFC connection from GRC to ECC. Okay. So
okay.
it's just
Thank
sure
you.
you have attended both ECC and GRC at a time, right? So what happens is sometimes when the GRC system not down, I use that ECC system. That's it. There is nothing to do with the ECC system in this landscape. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Any other doubts?
No,
Srikant?
sir. Now clear.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Srikant, what about you? I think you just now
Sir,
said something. Yeah. Yeah. Just
sir,
now said
DRM
there is
default DRM
DRM.
కాన్సెప్ట్ లో డిఫాల్ట్ మెథడాలజీ స్టెప్స్ కస్టమైజ్ మెథడాలజీ స్టెప్స్
Okay.
2 types ఉంటాయి సార్.
So default methodology is a methodology that is provided by SAP. It is called as a standard one, which SAP is providing for you. If at all you want to follow the standard method, you can. If at all you want to customize, like by default, SAP is giving 7 steps. If at all you want to follow 7 steps, you can use default. Or else you want to maintain only 5 steps, you can maintain. So you can use anything. So example, you want to create a single role. Either you can select any one of the methodology, either default methodology or customization methodology, one, two, three, four. How many customization methodologies you are having? Any one methodology you can follow for creating one type of role. For single role, one type of methodology. For composite role, one type of methodology you can follow. Or else for creation of all the types of roles, you can use one single methodology only. It may be single or it may be default or it may be customized. But you cannot assign different types of methodologies to create one type of role. So to create single role, you cannot assign like 2 to 3 types of methodology. The system will show you an error. Okay. Is it clear, Srikant?
Yes sir, yes sir, clear.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Right. So hope so. Everyone is doing well. So try to revise the ARA sessions and the BRM. So the next topic tomorrow we are going with the EAM theory part. Okay. So firstly, I will clear the doubts if you are having anything in the ARA and BRM, followed by the EAM theory session we are going for tomorrow. Okay. Right, everyone. So shall I end the session? Right.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, everyone. We'll be meeting tomorrow.